Oh, super nie.
Okay, no issues with the tyre wear for now. We'll keep taking care of them.
Voglio di questo tutto.
Oh, mate, great stuff. You hit that target. That sets us up nicely for the rest of this race. We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums. In this lap, push now. Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach and make sure you don't speed.
Ah, да, ты помнишь.
Okay, let's go now. Come on. That was a good turn in there, mate. That's earned us a decent pit stop time. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. You'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track.
It's true.
Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes time. Rain in 10 minutes.
There it goes.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good. I've got some information on Alonso. Okay, they're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Alonso. Still going.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
In Sydney, there's a part of the city that never sleeps. King's Cross, and patrolling here means officers see it all, from the good
Have a safe night, guys.
to the bad.
You just wouldn't want to get into a police car, it's not going to arrange it.
The Friday night shift has barely started, and it's already proving eventful.
We see it all here at King's Cross. That's just another example of some of the things that we have to deal with just while we're trying to go about our regular business.
Regular business for officers Kirsten Stocks and Simon Fitzhenry is the RBT line, and it's always busy.
Hello, how are you?
1, 2, 3,
4, 5,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 0.010.
You've registered at a very low level, 0.01.
So far, the King's Cross clientele are behaving themselves, but come the early hours, and it's another story.
The reason I've stopped is you've just come around the corner pretty quick, and then we've sort of seen you park, and I mean, you've did a U-turn just here, and then you're driving the car with the door open with your mate trying to get in. How much have you had to drink, Thomas?
Probably had 3 drinks in the last 2 hours.
3 beers, 3 scotches, 3 shots.
2 bourbons.
Or have you had a meal with it?
I had a meal earlier tonight and a yeah.
It's been a busy night for Thomas. After knocking off work, he headed out on the town.
Thomas, from the beginning, was genuinely nervous. The first words out of his mouth was, "I've had a drink 5 minutes ago." So that says to me, you know, he's going to be a borderline candidate there, that's for sure.
Police have to give him a grace period before testing, something Thomas understands only too well.
I do probably have
So how much have you had to drink? 2 scotches and a 2
2
bourbon?
just salad, cherry, char and lime, and maybe 2 bourbons.
What time was that?
Roughly, I got to the event at, I think about midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be off to work at 10 as well.
All right, so 2 o'clock.
This bartender certainly knows how to mix his drinks. Along with rum, Thomas says he knocked back bourbon and beer.
You're of the opinion that you're right to drive.
I'm of the opinion I am. I've got sort of breathalyzer in my car. I try to be pretty responsible.
Did you test it tonight?
It's pretty inaccurate. It's good for China. Sometimes they are, but you know, after a few goes, it doesn't really work.
Maybe now he's wishing it did work.
All right, Thomas, time has come, my friend.
Yes, yes.
As police could soon be calling last orders on his license.
Keep going, and stop.
With more than 4 drinks under his belt, barman Thomas may have to rethink his cocktail of drinking and driving. On the other side of the city, police have set up an RBT line on a busy thoroughfare.
That's the one.
Tonight, as well as drink drivers, they're also
Start.
targeting
With
drug-addicted drivers.
Just count 10 out loud for you, mate.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Also been stopped for the purpose of random drug testing.
Yep.
Alright.
19-year-old Stephen nipped out to drop his dad at the bus stop, but left his license at home.
Alright. Can't have anything to eat, drink, or
Do
smoke
it
for
for
5
Steve.
minutes
Do
while
it
I
for-
wait for the test results to come back, alright? Just push the bike over the side and just come down here with me.
Yeah.
And I'll do some checks on your license, alright?
While Stephen waits for his drug test result, police check on his license.
Do you reckon you got a motorbike license?
Yeah.
You sure of that?
Yeah, I've got a motorbike license, but I'm on my L's.
Going in L's and
Yeah.
motorbike in double.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to turn it. I thought I'd be able to get away with it.
You can't double me.
Ah,
But doubling down on his L's is the least of Stephen's worries.
You had any drugs lately, mate?
Nah,
When was the last time you used?
could have been like 3 days ago, mate.
Out in the suburbs, officers on mobile patrol spot a familiar face.
Disqualified.
Just a few days ago, they disqualified the same driver in the same car. And because he's driven again, his risky behaviour is likely to land him in serious trouble. At the wheel is 20-year-old Andrew.
Ah,
You can't drive
that's
being disqualified. You know that, don't you? What's it going to take for you to stop driving a car while you're disqualified? Space and spoke out 1 to 10 for me.
66, конечно. 60. 60.
Andrew hasn't been drinking, but he's not off the hook
60.
yet.
At this stage, you're under arrest. The driving law disqualified. Alright? You understand that? Alright, just want to get out and secure your vehicle for me, you've got to come with us. Obviously, being disqualified, if he has made a vehicle collision, he's got no insurance. If he hurts somebody or kills somebody, it can be even worse. Take your seat for me and put your seatbelt on, okay?
Sorry, Chef, you don't mind me asking, what's like the worst case scenario?
Worst case scenario, you may go to jail.
In Kensington, L-plater Stephen was pulled over for a drug test while doubling his dad on his scooter. He then admitted to taking drugs.
When was the last time you used?
3 days ago with a mate.
3 days ago with a mate. What have you been using?
Life's marijuana.
Cannabis can stay in your system for several days, and depending on this drug result, Stephen's biking days could bite the dust.
You don't have any drugs on you at the moment?
Stephen's not out of the woods yet.
What's going to happen is you're going to receive 2 tickets in the mail, one for not carry license and one for doubling. Alright?
Yeah.
So you might as well tell your dad to start walking if you're not doubling from here, alright? You passed all your tests, so you're free to go.
Thanks for that, mate.
Really appreciate that.
Time being pulled over, he had a passenger, which you can't do with a learner license. He also wasn't carrying his license at the time, and he wasn't displaying his L plates. He didn't really seem to care that much, so it's quite possibly wheel reaping.
Stephen's lucky to ride away, but there's plenty more where he came from.
Right, I explained to you earlier, you've been stopped around random testing tonight, and you're up with 2 little pink robots. Get told to the back.
47-year-old Roberto cruised straight into the drug testing line.
Yep, give it a good one for me.
School.
Now, he's tested positive to methamphetamine.
Just to inform you, you're under arrest for the purpose of the secondary test. What I need you to do is push your bike up onto the footpath here for me, and we'll go into the bus.
Oh, that was shit. Peter.
In the bus, Roberto is happy to come clean about his drug use.
Can you tell me any reason why you tested positive to a roadside drug test?
I took some scoop. I took it yesterday, yeah, but don't remember how much.
Like many drivers, Roberto thought that after 24 hours, he'd be fine to drive.
It was a friend of mine's father's birthday. So, yeah, it was all right.
Yes.
But the good time lasted longer than Roberto expected.
I didn't know that it lasted that long. I even tried to do the right thing, so I stayed over. My friend's place is without a few drinks as well.
Roberto works as a mechanic and loves nothing more than hitting the open road on his motorbike.
I don't go for big rides anymore. I'll do, 500, 600 Ks. That's big enough for me.
Methamphetamine can stay in the system for up to 5 days. So
Exactly right.
Roberto may be about to sacrifice what he loves the most. 20-year-old Andrew passed the breath test but failed the common sense test. Busted for the second time in a week for driving while disqualified, he now faces serious consequences.
Sorry, Chef, you don't mind me asking, what's like the worst case scenario?
The worst case scenario, you may go to jail.
So what do you do for work?
I'm a self-defense and fitness consultant.
What do you work at?
Because I really need my license for my job and I really need my job.
Alright, you need a license, but you're not allowed to have a license.
Self-defense and fitness is just his day job.
Just stand-up comedian. He's trying even jokes. No. This is a joke. It's not a very good joke. Joke's not me, sir. Joke is on it.
At Quakers Hill Police Station, Andrew's trying to look on the bright side of his time in custody.
What's happening? Facebook. Facebook. Who's that? Is that you?
Yeah.
Mr. Lover. Ladies love that.
Oh, they love it, mate. I do it. That's my motto, bro.
Smiling now.
Try to.
Steph.
Making me smile.
Andrew might be all smiles, but he's facing some serious charges.
Whoa. Yeah.
All that happens from now is he's been entered into custody.
Oh.
After he's entered into custody, he'll be processed, and then the custody manager will decide on his bail.
It's the prospect of not getting bail that has Andrew really worried.
I'm shit scared, to be honest. But yeah,
Indeed.
can do.
Thomas from the beginning was genuinely nervous. The first words out of his mouth was, "I've had a drink 5 minutes ago." So that says to me, he's going to be a borderline candidate there, that's for sure.
In King's Cross, police are about to find out if bartender Thomas has poured himself one too many.
So how much have you had to drink?
Salad, Jerry, dry and lime, and maybe 2 bourbons.
All right, Thomas, come, my friend.
Do it. Lunchtime.
All right, go. Keep going, and stop.
If Thomas blows over now, it'll be crunch time for his license.
Line's really fine, mate.
What's the level?
0.
0.
You fail.
Pressure, mate. Nothing to worry about.
An unbelievable but good result for Thomas, and a risk he won't be taking again.
Ultimately, at the end of the day, if he's
Nah,
driving
he
with
was
0,
fine.
that's what we want. So.
While Thomas can rest easy tonight, King's Cross never sleeps. And it's not long before officers pull over a ute that's seen better days.
So there's a couple of things. Number one, your windscreen. With a crack that big, once it's over 15 centimetres, all right, it can't travel over 80 kilometres. There's a chance it could cave in on you, all right? You had anything to drink at all this afternoon? No, nothing at all? All right, this device you just need to count into. Can I place it in your mouth and ask you to count to 10 for me, okay?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It's fine. Have you just finished work?
No, sir.
No?
Officer Fitzhenry wants to know exactly why.
Get it down. Home? To Cronulla. What brings you to King's Cross?
I just come in for a drive.
Just for a drive. All right.
Officer Fitzhenry needs to make sure it is just a drive.
I notice that your eyes are a bit lazy, maybe you're stressed with work, maybe you haven't had enough sleep. What I propose to do is to get you out onto the footpath. All I'm going to do is a sobriety test to make sure you're fit to drive a car. You understand that? Cool, just jump out and stand on the footpath for me. So I'm going to ask you some questions about where you've been, what you do, all right? Do you do drugs?
Oh.
Just inform you you're under arrest for the purpose of a secondary test.
Motorbike mechanic Roberto was tested
How would
positive
you know?
outside to methamphetamine.
I took some sleep. I took it yesterday. Don't remember how much.
So are you a regular drug user?
I used to do drugs.
After
Like many users,
What
Roberto
the?
didn't expect the drug to still be in his system. And now, his need for speed
The
could cost him
coaching.
his license.
Just the hassle. You know, getting on the train, getting on the bus. Yeah, taking 2 hours to get to work.
Straight, beautiful, and just stick in the ground.
Ah, still.
Okay, so it's analysed you and it's come back positive.
Oh, really?
Roberto will have to explain himself in court and won't be able to ride for 24 hours.
I didn't need the stuff was that good anyway. I worked today. I didn't sleep very much last night. Otherwise, what happened now? I've got my motorcycle here. Can I park it properly somewhere?
The safety of his treasured bike might be Roberto's priority, but for Acting Sergeant Phoebus, the lesson is more important.
Like most people, they don't have a clear understanding that it does stay in the system for a long period of time, and it's dangerous to ride or drive.
Some people take a while to learn from their mistakes.
Look, I've got no option today, okay? At this stage, you're under arrest. The driver will disqualify.
Picked up for the same offence twice in 1 week, Andrew now faces spending the night in jail.
Of course.
The custody manager will decide on his bail.
While he waits, amateur entertainer Andrew puts on a performance.
Decent sort of fella. He's got a problem with driving cars. He's reckless in that sense, but apart from that, he's a nice guy. So
I did.
He's nice people at the police station. I'm sure
It's
he's
true.
not as a stand-up comedian, but he's apparently
No,
a
it's
class
not.
expert and a beatboxer. Ladies, get a hold of
Still, Mister.
It's been an entertaining show, but Andrew's antics don't relieve the nerves.
Just was bad, awful. I'm shit scared.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah, like, nothing really can do.
Ничего не надо.
I'm left to leave here tonight.
На четвертое.
Place on it. So I'm going to
14. Значит, было.
Fortunately for Andrew, the custody officer decides he's
Это
allowed to
подарок.
go home.
Don't forget your bent cigarette. Take that and don't go driving any cars, all right? All right, take care. See you, mate.
He may be a triple threat on stage, but his next act will be in front of a judge. Police across the city set up RBT sites at the known drink driving hotspots. And this RBT site in Roos is one of the hottest. It's just up the road from a roundabout, and drivers with anything to hide think they can use it to make a hasty exit. But with police chase cars standing by day and night, there's no escape for motorists.
And 9 times out of 10, these motorists got something to hide. There goes one now.
This driver also appeared to avoid the site.
How many drinks did you have today?
Yeah, mate, just two.
Yeah. Right, just play into that until I say stop. Keep going. Stop.
Just 2 drinks is something police hear every day.
At this stage, you're under arrest for the purpose of breath analysis. All right.
While waiting to drive his girlfriend home from work, 50-year-old Russell says he passed the time with a couple of drinks. And those drinks may mean he misses out on his favourite day of the year.
Nitro, fun cars and all that.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, so you're a bit of a petrol head.
Yes. Yes.
Cars are Russell's business as well as his pleasure. He works as a car detailer at a local dealership and he loves his job.
I worked Saturday all my life, so I had one Saturday off and didn't know what to do with myself, so I just worked in.
Where did you have your last drink?
Down in Counter, mate. I was drinking down there. In my cup.
What did you have to drink?
GJG's, mate.
For this self-confessed redhead, driving is his livelihood and his greatest love.
Опять это.
Now he risks losing both.
I want to say stop.
$100? Это еще в мае. Это дорогая учебная. Да нет.
What brings you to King's Cross? Just for a drive.
Вот это
In the
она
cross,
новая.
Trey Marcus has police perplexed.
I noticed that
Сезоны какие-то есть.
stressed with work, maybe you haven't had enough sleep. What I propose to do is just a sobriety test.
To check that he isn't affected by drugs, officers conduct a sobriety test.
So I'm going to ask you some questions about where you've been, what you do, all right? Now, it's not an answer, it's not an offence to answer any of these questions, but obviously...
Мерседесы?
Do you use drugs?
Вау, какие.
Are you on any medication for any illnesses, anything at the moment? And how is your health generally? Good? No traumas, no flu, no sports?
А, сезоны есть.
Do you do any physical exercise? Okay, all right.
so it makes them really freaky.
А,
For the next couple of minutes, just have to stand there.
25-й,
During a sobriety test,
а уже на следующий сезон.
signs of fidgeting or swaying.
All right, hands up, balance still.
Круто! Льюис в Феррари.
Thanks very much. I think Marcus is just a bit nervous. People come to King's Cross.
Tyre condition still looking good.
Ребят, там что еще новое, новое, не до 4, а до 5. Слушай, что разница? Судя со стрикти, ну да. Новое. Хотите пробовать здесь у меня записывать?
Sergio is in for his stop.
Это генерал. Промазал был. Полей. Ой! Слушай, ну... Вода! О! Нико! Всем что, бля? Ого! Вот это я не ожидал. Вот это, так вали! Вали! Упал! Вали!
We think we might see some rain, ETA about 15 minutes.
Давай еще 15 минут. Блин. Всего он топа тут, блин. Это вообще, вау! Ты вообще не ожидал? 4-й, вау!
Just so you know, we're getting some strange readings from a couple of sensors. I don't think you need to be worried, it's just some bad data, so keep doing what you're doing. I'll let you know if we notice any genuine problems.
А, не с этих с рейсом, о-о-о! И 4-м, о-о-о! Этого лаву не достать, он будет слишком быстрый. И этого. Красава. Совсем догнать. А о, ладно. О, Макс и Тетя. Мерседес это продолжение. О, это я вообще нет. Вообще не знаю. Как хотя пробуют, блин. Если не понравился он. Так, до 4-го. Раз появилась. От 25-го я вообще не знаю. Вообще не знаю. Какие он не приятно сделал. Новый один. 3 часа. Это 4 формулы были. 22, 23, 24, 25. 3 или 4, как бы. 4. 4 сейчас старая еще. Есть заступнение. А, эти, Red Bull даже есть.
Is fast taking over from drink driving as a major problem on our roads.
Наша команда как раз. Вильямсы. Фу-фу, блин.
So police have to stay one step ahead of the game. The solution?
Альфа Ромео.
Drug testing units. And just slide forward and then back into. It's barely 9 a.m.
В Украине есть.
Busy with a steady stream of positive results.
Потому что я узнал, что вообще. Что я узнал, что я все. Так, ладно. Сейчас я помню, да, еще же все всякие моды есть. Здесь какой идет у меня? То есть пошел из этих, как ее, 17-я. Если пойдет играть. Спецовая и подспела не тянет. Хера говорит. Вообще не говорю. Я хотел увидеться на поиске. Ну, это крутая. Вот старая, она... Это новое, блин. Это не нужно. Самое интересное показать. Или это, например. А, форузы. Ну, мне тут постоянно попадается. Это чисто такая чисто кататься. Это такая спокойная. Тут это такая Нет, это если ты еще не купишь своего длину, вот это хорошая прямо. Поставить это обновление. Ну, это старое, ну, блин. Поставьте это обновление назад. Сколько лет, блин. Стояло это обновление, блин.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
О! А, не то. Понимаю. Если вы тут четвертым, это вообще не было. Блин. Сколько там? 10. Ребят, я уже завтра. Окей?